Alright, it is Tuesday, and it is Man Cave, and we are ready, set, go. Today we're talking about a very interesting topic. It's all about the dating game, or rather the millennial dating game. And the aim, of course, is to help you to decipher, demystify, and another big word that I'll think about in a short while. This manenos. Of course.
Not born to be a lawyer.
I'm not.
Manenos.
Manenos.
I love it.
Look at it on India.
Who's going to go to say kuna manenos?
Iko.
Mucus cure.
Secure. Anyway, let us get to what we do know best. Sheila Komoka is here. It's Combox or Combox. Roy Karuhizi.
Definitely.
Across all platforms. And also Pastor Kuria. He is gone, but his spirit, yani he's away.
Petition.
Somewhere, a competition. But spirit yake kwa hapa. So I will act as Pastor Kuria as well. The hashtag to use is Power Breakfast. If you have any comments, the SMS line is 22422. That number again, 22422. Your questions, your views, your suggestions, and as you always do on Tuesday, pia mnaweza fungua roho, and we'll try to help as much as we can. So let's start by asking. I'll ask first: is the dating game? Does it even exist?
What game?
The dating game. In fact, I will limit a game. I guess
you make what game, Sasa?
Yeah.
I mean, dating is something that was very respected a while back. Again, we have to always go back a few years. Sorry, Sheila. Hakuwa na TV, hakuwa na radio, but it's okay. We have to go a few years back and say dating was respected through time because it was actually called courting. It was part of courting. So ukisema court ni kitu ingine sasa. Yes. But it was part of courting. Now dating is actually not I keep saying it's not a source of entertainment or a socializing occasion. It's actually a meeting. It's a formal meeting because I believe now relationships have become contracts about material things. So you have to approach a date the same way you'd approach a meeting, a very serious meeting.
Kuna agenda, AOB.
Kuna AOB, everything. Unaweza kuja na secretary, but sio wasichana wale wengine.
We're going to be talking about that, but is it the game in general, or is it the people just don't have respect for themselves these days?
I think it's both. I've heard of scenarios of people who are single who are making it's almost a career actually to go out on dates. Because if you're thinking, I gotta be honest, like if you're thinking of going to a nice restaurant, a new restaurant opens up, I don't know, Lapa, whatever, and you want to go there, and someone is like, yo, let's go out to dinner. That's the day you're going to try out that restaurant. So you're like, yeah, let's meet at that restaurant. And it's literally a game. On the flip side, there are people who made this a business where you go to restaurant, club.
Can I be specific? All those restaurants have a name like La Papa Papas something. Once you have that expensive name of Papa Papas.
That's where, I'm not gonna meet you at Kenchi. Gone are the days. It's not courtship. I'm not trying to see how long distance you are. I'm trying to see what you are bringing to the table immediately. And what has happened is guys don't have patience anymore. I'm not trying to get to know you. Like within 2 minutes, I should be able to have deciphered if I want to move forward or not. So dating, the game has changed.
You see, at that time, we just support what you're saying. At that time, dating was courting. It was getting
leading to something.
It was leading to something. But by this time, when you talk about dating, you already know where you stand before you meet the person, right? So that has totally changed, which means you've decided, hey, me I want to be with, or I don't want to be with. So therefore, Sheila saying, it's a 2-minute decision that has already been made. The rest of it is a meeting about how much your company is investing in my company, or what you're investing in my physical assets.
It's true. It's true. But also, let's just put it in perspective. If you are a young lady, a guy has hollered at you. In fact, you can always tell where someone is trying to take the conversation. You know, if someone is trying to, fast forward to the goodies, you can always tell. So you also have to, put the mark high. You know, if you're going to meet me, Twende Mombasa. You know, there are people whose mark are that high. So dating now has really changed, and I think it's very expensive. It's a very expensive venture.
It's become crude. It's become crude. It's become disrespectful, right? Completely disrespectful. I'm sorry. And the girls coming. How disrespectful? Yes. From the men's side, right? Chivalry is gone.
Let's talk about that first before we go to the ladies. So men. I think
we should just go one round of just saying the word first.
No,
chivalry.
It is unfair because Chivalry.
Yeah, okay.
Chivalry.
Hey, Wavinya.
Yes,
chivalry.
Yes.
Chivalry. But you don't have to neglect the chicks first, so we just deal with chivalry first.
Neglect the chicks first.
Okay. Which one do we start? Okay, let's start with chivalry. Men, I'll accept. We'll go with chivalry first.
Right.
So that's gone. Men have stopped pulling chairs for ladies, opening doors. Yeah. The only thing they open now is the bill. Yeah. Opening anything of the sort. Another thing that not guarantee that she's open to whatever it is you want later. Yeah. Because the guy knows now before a date. Men are in what you call the highest state of anxiety. They go for medical checkup to see whether they are medically in a good state to be able to handle the bill. So for guys, what they're doing in dates is it's no longer about the chick, the impression I'm trying to make, the chair I'm trying to pull, or whatever it is. How am I going to behave? The guy goes on a date. All he does is check a wallet. Do I have enough?
That's it.
That's it.
No character, no.
Because relationships are materialistic, it has reduced the value and the meaning of that date down to a material confirmation that I am capable of handling our relationship.
Then you can go and spread it to others.
Yes, once you go spread it to your girlfriend and tell them. That's why he's given the biggest task. He's given the how many girls task or the how many girls challenge, where she invites 8 of her friends. They gather whole polling station. They come together for the date, so that you can evaluate the capacity of the guy to handle the real shenanigans. They even sometimes come in a van.
It's true, but you know that's also that also tells you, you know, there are guys out there who want to splash their money. As soon as the guy meets you, he starts telling you, I'm going to take you to where, have you been to this new restaurant? In fact, I was, you know, his whole vibe is all wrong. You know,
initial pitch.
And then yes, his initial pitch.
Right.
If you've already said that you get a coapa, maintain. So if you're going, if you've been saying how you're doing this and doing this, of course I'm going to expect when you're taking me out to maintain that level. But that's not to say that's all girls like. Me, if you're taking me to restaurants and stuff, it is a mandio. If you're pulling the doors, you're taking me out to a nice restaurant which I've never been to, and I've been thinking about going there, and a bill up on the 5,000, and here's a free 5,000. Yes. And I'm gonna take it.
Voucher.
But no, that's not what every guy is doing. Those are the ones who are messing the game, and chances are you go there thinking that when you finish the guy, you're thinking that when you finish this date, automatically you've done everything, you've checked all the boxes, and you're in. No. There's a guy there who's taken his time. You know, ladies like that you take your time. It's not about to do the restaurant or the place you took me to. It's that you actually put in thought. There's a guy who managed there with a budget of 100 bob. 100 bob. And he has planned a nice sandwich. He's planned a nice picnic. He's surprised, you know, some dope things. And he's actually taken time to know what it is that you like. He knows that you like theater. He knows that you like this. He knows that you like that. And he's made small efforts. As your teacher, person is shouting out at you. That's better than everything.
You have a relationship with your computer.
Doesn't exist.
Let me doesn't exist.
Yes.
Sheila is here playing about a modern girl who has moved past that. Let me tell you, a lot of women are going out on dates today. If you ask them what kind of conversation they had during the course of the night, they can hardly remember it.
Yeah. On their phone.
No, she was busy just looking at her Kweli. She's brought her 3 balls. She's on her phone. She's on her phone saying yes, she's coming. Yeah, akona do ni mwana simu yake au ni mwana wachi yake kwa sawa. I've told you it's been reduced to a measurement of its capacity to handle the money or the date. It's totally gone. That's why men have stopped wasting their time on small, what used to be called priceless values of pulling the chair, investing in exactly knowing what kind of wines you wanted, knowing what kind of food you wanted to eat. They have stopped wasting their time in the conversation they're going to invest in that evening. Yes,
I completely. But there's chivalry still alive. There's guys out there who are doing it, and then there's guys like Roy who think that they want it.
It is being caused by women.
Hey, have you seen me? Hi, my name is. I have a big wallet.
We're going to be coming to that because there are also men who are wako na hiyo chivalry nini?
Chivalry.
Another word for chivalry.
Shivandu. I don't know what
wako na shivandu. There are also men who have shivandu. Let me say like American chivalry.
There we go.
They have chivalry, but there are women who don't. Like case in point, Jacob Appa from Embu anasema, yeye I'll filter it as much as I can. Alisema yeye amewachana na wasichana, so sijui amewachana na wasichana because basically what he's saying that he was treated in a way that doesn't. He was kind, but the girl broke his heart. He's used a lot of cuss words, so I'm trying to. Then there's another that says dating is like a job interview. Rejection is part of the game. Now this guy has said two things there. One, and also remember you can still send some of your comments 22422. Keep them civil. 22422. So he says one, dating is like a job interview.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Then he says, which means that shows you how complex. Maybe he still takes it seriously, but then he says rejection is part of the game.
It's when I say it's like a job interview, we've already shown where relationships have gone. If that's how we're evaluating a date, yeah. Long ago, probably you'd be evaluating a date as going on a hunt. Yes, you have to be very strategic about where you position yourself and how you approach. So you'd say this, the prey. Yeah, but now you've reduced it to dating is like a job interview. Realistic. It has become a materialistic meeting between this is what I have on offer. Can you work under pressure? Midnight. Can you be called a meeting?
How can weekends?
Do you have what we call the super ATM?
Also, can we just
that is what it has become. And that's why I go back to ask the question, then if it's such a job interview, it's really disrespectful of where the ladies are taken, in the sense that you're coming with 3 friends. Do you go for your job interview with your friends?
Okay. Now, that's a good point. And shout out to all those ladies who are confident enough to go to a date with like 8 pals. Like, you're winning. I'm just saying, you're winning. And shout out to that guy who still is chivalrous enough to sit there. And pay this bill. Because at some point you have to walk away. No, hold on. I just want to respond to this guy who's saying that the job dating is a job interview.
Right.
It is absolutely. Even when it was courting, it was absolutely. No, listen. There are people who are headhunted, and then there are people who are called for interview. You understand? So the guy who's being headhunted, for example, you spotted yani munapenda, there's a sort of attraction going on, and this guy is taking his time to sprint. This is a marathon, so he's going to start small things. He'll write you a note
to
yes, a small note, with flowers, surprise, and after the guy who's over here trying to show off, the first day amekujana range. My friend, you've already set your bar very, very high. And keep in mind, you're competing with yourself. No, wait. Okay, let's put it in context. Yeah, Roy is saying that girls come and with you already. It's like on the first date you already evaluating the guy's wallet. Exactly. Lakini ulijipataje kwa hiyo situation?
Okay, can I say something?
Hold on. How do you find yourself in that situation?
That's what I want to answer.
Because there's a guy who doesn't have money out there, who's literally having the most amazing dates out there. But and there's a guy who has money who's just complaining how chicks are playing this.
Sheila, there's always one or something somewhere, Willis. So we can't keep arguing about there is a guy. What we're saying, the majority of them are being taken, are being done in, and are being outdone, are being outdone in these dates. And I'm still saying and insisting, Willis, that the main genesis of what we want to discuss here is that I am blaming ladies for the value of dates depreciating. The quality of dates. She's saying the quality of dates has gone down because of the guy. I am saying the quality of dates has gone down because of the attitude that women are approaching those dates with. And this is what her argument has been. She's saying you're the one who set up things. You're the one who... I have said, if you leave your door open and someone comes and steals from your house, when the thief is arrested, does he go to court and say, the fact is, it doesn't change the fact that you're a thief. You stole. Right? So how the guy approached what he exposed about himself doesn't change the values you have.
Okay,
when you're entering the relationship, so I'm saying when ladies are coming in saying, oh, I've come in with 3 women, or I'd like to go, he's giving me a gap to go to the expensive restaurant I've always wanted to. That's the problem today. I'm saying the majority have completely killed the value of those dates. And as soon as we're going to see there'll be no dating, from now on, katana kwa simu.
No, but let me
agree and we finish.
Before you respond,
women are going to lose out on dating. Right. We're going to just agree on the phone through an app. Come on, to end out.
What about for and the thing is, there could be actually a guy who is successful.
Yeah,
and he's showing up with the range, not to show off. That's just who he is.
Absolutely, and
he's already successful. But he comes into a pool, like Roy is saying, of women. Women who how are
the most expensive wines.
Yeah, like their quality of life per se. It's not the character of the guy. It is, oh my God, Renji, Hublo, Viatu Zigani, Bas, Ujamatu na fight for the money. Yeah. What about that?
You see, I think this all boils down to, I mean, we're talking about grown-ups, yeah?
Right.
We are talking about.
I thought we were.
Okay. Just to be clear, because you know, sometimes I feel like guys, unajua ukiambiwa na mzazi wako usicheze na panga, utajikata. And then insist pana, mimi napenda panga kwa sababu ina shine. Jikate.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about.
Jikate. You've already been given the warning that these are the things you should look out for. If it's an immediate warning sign. If you invite me to a date and I come with a friend, already I am not trying to be intimate with you.
Okay. One friend. When you can't play on both sides, eh? You're switching sides.
No, hold on. I'm right.
She talked about a panga. That already worried me. She already said that women are recipe for disaster.
No.
Unamuta dem wembe panga hizo vitu. Why are you calling a weapon? Why are you saying ukienda you're going out for a date with a flower, not in a panga?
Okay. If you go
you put yourself a panga.
No problem.
A weapon. Recipe for disaster.
Let her finish.
Asante sana Roy. Asante sana. But that's what I'm saying. If you go out with you ask me on a date, we're talking, yeah? There should be a progression of how things go. And even as a lady, if I see you're trying to fast track, of course there's a destination. What are you trying to get at? Yeah? If I meet you today and like you're already fast forwarding, come over to my house, nini, you know, umenionaje. And what are you trying to get? Clearly you're not serious with me. All you're trying to get is to the cookie. And if that's where you're trying to get, let's play the game properly together. I'll show up with friends. I'll ask you for all those things I expect. And if I don't get them, then don't feel like you're getting to the destination. But here's a guy who, he's just taking his time. You know? He's not slow, because pia kuna wengine for 5 years tu anakuambia hi, excuse me. You know? You're taking that progression slowly. So that by the time we're meeting, I don't have to come with that safety friend. I don't have to come with a friend. I come by myself. And we sit there. And as soon as I walk into that place and you see me with a friend, and I hadn't even told you, I didn't even have the decency to tell you, hey, I'm coming with a friend. I just showed up with 5 friends and expect you to pay the bill, and you pay it. We have set the precedence of how this is.
Here is some interesting comments as well. Dating nowadays should lead to petitions in the Supreme Court.
Of course.
Dating is a lost art. She sees him for the first time, and in her mind she starts thinking, can I marry this guy? Do I want children with him? He also starts thinking bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
They ate simply not together. Relation boats have become Chinese. I mean, money is the only determining factor we have been left with. They ask, nitakula na kuvaa huo upendo? That is BM John. Then I chose a guy who has no money but always treats me right over a multi-millionaire who was just so full of himself. I'm now a happy woman.
Thank you.
And then somebody, this is Sly Montez from Mombasa or Kimbeni, says, yeah, it's true. We ladies need a guy who knows what we need. It's not all about the guy being rich or poor. If you know how to handle a girl, that is Sly Montez. And then also there's this one I saw here. Somebody says, truth be told, neither the guy or the girl has enough discipline these days to go for dates. All things lead to homes.
Okay, let's get one thing clear. From most of the sentiments you've seen there, we are not one. The lady who talked about the fact that she took a guy without cash and it worked out.
Right.
Those are the kind of things we want to see. But we are saying that is not what is happening.
That's what's happening.
It's not what's happening. We're saying a lot of them are opting for the other guy. Right?
So the character.
And I think there's nothing wrong with having chums as a guy. It's not your fault. Having money is your blessing.
You worked hard,
it's your thing. Yeah. But I'm just saying it can't be your only story. Or it can't be the leading story always. Right? It's the one that gives you comfort. It's not your story. Right? Having cash is not the story. Now, what we have seen in all these messages is one clear fact, one clear aspect. The art of dating, the guy who said this was, has died. Let us be honest, most of them have said it's dead, right? I am now looking for whose fault is it that the art of dating has died. And I'm putting a lot of honors on the women and saying, well done for killing it. As Mrs. Panga here said, yeah? Mrs. Panga here said, they are the ones who clearly have said, oh, you have set yourselves up for us to misuse you, abuse you. I said, just because you're given the opportunity to abuse something doesn't give you the right to do it. And Sheila, don't come here and say there's a guy. I'm talking about the majority are beginning to kill the value of what that whole experience was. Dating was a courting experience. Now it's a meeting between people weighing each other out.
But let me flip the script as well before Sheila. There is also the argument where people say, okay, dating in and of itself is about, okay, leo kuna Sheila, kesho kuna Yvonne.
Thank you.
The other day kuna Stephanie, right? So all these three people. So watu watatu, I go on a date with Sheila to see kama anaweza. I go on a date with Yvonne to see kama anaweza. I go on a date with Stephanie. Then I pick. Okay, now I've picked Sheila. Sasa huyu ndo tunakuwa tunaye.
Okay.
Is that still happening?
Let me just tell you something, yeah? I think it's important.
That's something to eat, dates.
Yeah.
When I talk about Dubai, that's a different thing.
That's exactly what's happening. You know, this we always have this conversation, and you see, we need to know what your intention is.
At the beginning.
At the beginning, you need to know. Hold on. You need to know why you're going after someone. Yeah, and I like the fact that a lot of guys will be like, oh, girls is like money, they just want to eat our money. Oh, girls now this are bad. I don't know. But
that's how men talk.
The whining ones, the ones who are whining. The whining ones sound like that. You're whining men in Gonjwa. Sasa, listen, let me tell you something. You have a situation where people nowadays, things are different. Right. You know, there's a lady or a guy who's going out there who just wants to meet someone, have a good evening, and leave it at that. You understand? No, we must define dates.
Okay.
So there's those ones who are just looking to go out to someone, Maliza Mambo, and finish.
Guys,
hold on. Number two,
there's those ones. Have a definition. Why are we trying to look for a new definition? So
in the 21st century.
Yeah, whether respecting or not, don't give it a new definition.
And then there's those ones who want to go. I wasn't giving it a definition. I'm giving intention.
Intention. Okay.
Definition.
Not the intention in the date.
The intention of the date, right? So you know you basically know. I mean, this guy is good looking, blah blah blah, whatever. You know, you're going in there. You want to have dinner, meet the guy, have a great conversation, and forget about it. I mean, we do live in metropolises where you can't be lonely. You can leave the office, do your thing every day, and not meet people. So the only way you meet people is actually going on dates, and you're not looking for anything serious. You're not looking for a relationship. You just want to meet someone and have a good time. That's one person. That's the intention. There are those ones who are saying, hey, and there's even a guy there who said, you go out on a date with a Chile, and in the back of her mind, she's already thinking marriage, kids, blah, blah, blah. And you have the intention of
Leo to breakfast.
You understand what I mean? So it's not that chivalry is dead or women want. It's just the intentions are all misplaced, and that's where now I start to blame the guys, because listen to me.
Okay.
Your intention is, oh, that girl, nini, I'm going to do what, whatever. I don't know. I'm not interested in your mind. I'm not interested again. Man, this doing nini nafikiria.
You can never go to court with Kerea.
Alafu the girl there, she's looked at you. Ile conversation umempatia tu anajua who is serious. You know, ladies always know a guy who's serious and who's not.
But only the guy is serious.
You love the when you may present yourself serious.
But
I'm giving you
an argument, Sheila.
Wait, just give up, chill. You presented yourself. This is what you want. You want to come out on a date. And me, I've seen you and I'm like, hey, akuna pali tunenda. But I'm giving you a chance. I'm showing up. My time is important. I'm showing up for this date. So, but I've said I'm not giving you my whole time. I'm coming with a friend. And you still think that me and you are intimate. Sasa nani hapo ndio mjinga?
Okay. You see, this is not about look at the whining thing about. First of all, there's so many whining things that Sheila said today.
One
napanga. Panga tuanze napanga. Two, anaanza mambo za ujinga.
Ni kweli.
Lazima tu address the other side. Yes. And then she talked about lazima kuwa na intention.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, then she's actually misunderstood the whole purpose of the date. The date is an exploration. You should not have a clear intention on something you don't know much about. Right? I am interested. Yes.
Exactly.
Interest in knowing.
That's an intention. Yes. You're trying to know me.
That's the only intention. That is supposed to be the intention of a date.
However,
the general definition, that's supposed to be the intention of a date.
However, what's happening?
However, what is happening right now is a date is coming to, it has turned into what Sheila talked about earlier. There's a restaurant that I've not gone to. Right? It has turned into My friends have been complaining sijawachukue hii chama sijawalipa, so I'll pay them through this date. It turned into kuna mjinga mwingine nimempata.
Ni ukweli.
So it's my job is to take advantage of him. Willis, look at what is degenerated into, and I'm telling her, because you guys are killing the date with this kind of attitude, and removed it from its innocent job, which was to just explore,
let's get to know each other,
and learn about someone in order to have a clear intention of what you want from them. Because you killed it with ujinga, panga, na hizo vitu zingine, what is going to happen is, I'm telling you, the future of you guys is zero date. It's an app you just sign into, una press ndani, ama sio ndani.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to.
That's a dope app, by the way.
I'm gonna take a few last comments here, and then we're gonna take final comments from you guys as well. Mtu anasema Sheila ni kama akona point leo. Then somebody says there should be 8 dating candidates.
It's true.
Pande ya ladies, alafu tuchague kwa ballot. Mwingine anasema Willis umeniangusha sana, Jumi naitwa Yvonne na umechagua Sheila, lakini hautafikia Stephanie. Then somebody says, guys, I chose a guy who was poor, eti tutajijenga pamoja, and left a guy who was rich. Sahi nalilia kwa choo. I wish I chose the dude with money. Somebody says, is that Sheila married? Tell her I am interested. Yeah. So those are just the comments. Let's take some final comments.
I just want to say something about what Roy has said. You know, it's very interesting because he's showing it on man cave. So there's a major ease of to but if we can just allow ladies to talk about the history. In fact, we can start from like 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 30-years history of dating, where we were always the ones who go with the intention of marriage, of settling down, and then the guy has umemaliza hiyo date ana hujatoka ashapigia mwingine wewe kwa nyumba. Yani seriously, that's and then now
you destroyed my point. Don't go with an intention. Don't go with an intention.
You must, guys. The relationship, there always has to be an intention. You don't tell me you're just going to meet someone or you're meeting someone. You mean you can give someone your time and you don't know why you're giving them their time?
I'm giving them
the intention must.
Interesting.
Roy, hold on. There must be something about that person that has attracted you, and you in the back of your mind you're going for that date with either I want to make them my friend, or I want to make them my girlfriend, or I want to get to start a conversation that will lead to ABC. At least you have an idea of an intention that you have. Now the problem is, or what has changed in the dating game is, intentions are different. And you have to go in there. And I feel like guys need to be smart enough, so know that intentions are different. Intentions are different. Because nowadays, guys, you want to have those intentions of you want to hit and run, but you're assuming that the girl also doesn't know this, because you're thinking you're working with those girls from back in the day where we're all getting married.
Okay, no, can I tell you this, Willis?
Yeah, and your final comment.
Yes, I'll just put it as simple as this, Willis. I think, first of all, let's just agree. From all the words I've heard from this lady today, dating has completely, you know, when Sonko rescue team are cleaning the streets, they should clean up also the dirt called dating. You pia ni uchafu. Mefika uchafu. It has completely degenerated into a game of weighing each other, playing with each other, and not into an innocent exploration as it was. Sheila keeps using the word intention, and I think, as I say, cure or no cure, lawyer or no lawyer, you need to understand what that word means. Intention means a clear purpose and a decision made. It has a decision. When you're going into a date, you should not have made a decision.
So you're just going and
you can't make, because the reason for the date is to make enough indicators on the decision you will make.
Come on, you are
but going to the date is a decision.
That's why.
To find out.
Don't play into semantics.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Don't play into semantics. Wait, I am saying therefore. Let me finish. In my summation.
Yes.
Yes. Let me finish as I'm saying it. My lady. It's very clear that completely we have lost dates. No value for them. So men will misbehave. No chivalry. As she's saying, he'll call another chick and everything. Women are going to come out clearly on the hunt to, does he not have, I have 2 minutes and no time to waste. Na alafu atoe panga amalize na pesa zake. And I think this game has gone. I think because it has gone, we're going to end up having a lot of relationships which are based on decisions that were made on people you didn't get to know, understand, and begin to connect with. That is what is going to be the loss of this. We need to start going back to traditional connections, where you spend more time bonding, knowing people, because as much as you think it's a waste of time in today's world, it actually saves you a lot of time in the ukombele, because the person you connect with today will be more valuable because you've got to know and connect to them well. I believe to some extent it's too late for that, but I honestly wish we can go back to traditionally understanding the value of what a real date is. Not going to restaurants, as Sheila says, that she couldn't afford.
Wait, summation. Now, all I'll say is dates are now in fact more better for women, because now you have opportunity to decide what it is that you want to their future, and not to settle thinking that you're getting married. Kumbe, the 5 of you are getting married together.
All right. Then since Pastor Kuri is not there, I am a churchman from Kasarani. These days, madam, I'm in category of plotty. I'm serious here trying to get a chance to express myself. Day one, I'm told you're not my type, and I am a neighbor, someone she knows. Then she goes to a club, meets a stranger, wanna buy, I may mention the drink there, Tano, Usha Muita babe. With me, you're high class, but in a club, you're cheaper than alcohol. Then Kivata Mimba and a whiz, now you start coming back to hunt me. Really? African ladies are no more African ladies. That's what it says. Well, at the end of the day, this dating, like we said, I guess it goes back to respecting yourself. If you know what you want, where you want to go, then proceed to the date and make life happen. If not, kanyumbani. Alright. Until next week. My name is Louis Aburu. Of course, Pastor Kuria was not with us today. Hopefully he'll be with us next week. Thank you so much, Rebecca Ruizi, Sheila Komboka. It's been good. Don't go too far, though. Citizen Extra is coming up next. The hashtag is Citizen Extra. Big day today, coming off of tomorrow. It's October 17th. Coming off of yesterday. It is October 17th, the date for the elections. We expect a lot of reactions to come through. Which way forward? We're discussing that and much more. So stay with us. Good morning.